broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the International Space Station, and carried on both Voyager Golden records. It's the Weekly Rumble, where we place 4 YouTubers in a cage with a live lion. Oh wait, that's not how this works? The Weekly Rumble, where we pit the wits and opinions of 4 YouTubers against each other. Well, Chris Knight dishes out the points, or takes them away. Without further BS, here is your host, Chris Knight.
Yes, it is I. It is Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000's The Rumble. It's not the Weekly Rumble anymore. We will eventually get to losing a person again. Vial dropped again. Oh, well. He'll be back. We will eventually get to changing that intro somehow, some way. I'm working on it. I think I have a way of doing it. But anyways, without that being said, doesn't really matter. We got our 3 judges in the background as usual. We got our 4 contestants, and we are ready to rumble. But before we do that, we're going to talk to everybody and get a little background on who they are, what they're doing, their channels, all that good stuff. Let's start down there with Mr. Halo Wars 2. Vile Mike, tell everybody about yourself. Tell them about your channel. Tell them about why you have all that crap behind you. Oh, I think he has to take a call or something, maybe. All right, we'll go to Danny. Danny, tell everybody about yourself, your channel, what you got going on.
What up? I am Danny, aka Comic Chat. You can find me usually Monday through Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chaos Central, along with Chris Anzo, Guy Scar. And we try to bring our own little brand of entertainment and topics and try to entertain those that choose to watch. And I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Very good. Guy Scar, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Yo me llamo Geiskar. I like long walks on the beach, margaritas as well. Tabasco Stenaro is my channel. I got a show called The Hangout on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. So catch me there after my walks on the beach.
Awesome. Very good. I mean, this is a coast-to-coast show. I mean, we got Vile in California. We got you in whatever mythical coast you're at in Canada. How close are you to the East Coast?
To the coast?
Yeah.
I'm pretty far.
Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, Danny's closer. Danny, how far are you from the coast?
Maybe an hour.
Okay, so Danny's the closest to the coast, but it's still a coast to coast if Vile comes back in. But let's talk to Moira. Moira, tell everybody about yourself, what you got going on, and what you do on your channel.
We don't do a whole lot. We're not that exciting, but we occasionally get together. Me and my friend Raquel, we hang out, we chat with folks. You know, lots of people are welcome to come hang out with us. I don't really have anything impressive planned yet, so sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about.
Everybody was way more exciting than I was.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll give Vile just a few minutes. While we are doing that, since I already went over over the rules with these people, we're going to go over it for the people in the chat and watching here now and later whenever they come in. Basically, here's the deal, guys. Everybody gave me a topic. There's one wild card topic on the wheel that was not given to me by you guys. That is 5 topics on the wheel. The wheel of topics selects 3 of those topics. So only 3 of those topics will be selected. The wheel of time. The wheel of time selects how long you have to talk about that topic. Everybody talks about the exact same topic. So at the beginning of the round, when we spin the topic, that is the topic everybody will speak on. And then we spin the wheel of time. The wheel of time starts with 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minute times on the wheel. If the wild card wheel, which has a whole bunch of other stuff on it, adds the 4 or 5 minute time or both, if the 3, 4, and 5 minute time are picked, they go off the wheel of time. When they are picked, they are only a one and done. There's no response time anymore for rebuttals or agreeances. That means keep the chatter to a minimum. When we're doing this, you can lose points if you talk over people. So keep the chatter to a minimum. And then each panelist gets 1 mulligan. That mulligan can be used to add or remove time at any point. You get one of them, and one of them is all you get. If you want to take time away, fine. If it's 5-minute time that gets spun and you want to take it down to 1 minute, you can. But if you want to add 1 minute, just 1 minute to whatever time was spun, you get double the points for that round. This season, we all have 3 judges and 3 rounds. Those judges are going to judge you on this way. We have 3 rounds. Those rounds are determined by another wheel. I have a ton of wheels. You guys know this. It's called the ridiculous round. That's the first round, maybe, but it's one of the 3 rounds. It's whatever the topic is, you must approach it with 100% lighthearted, completely absurd BS. If you were part of the championship last year, you heard Austinator give a completely crazy story on something. I can't remember what it was. It had everything from Doctor Who to Enterprise in it to the Millennium Falcon. That's what I'm talking about. Be crazy with it.
My God.
That's all it's about. It's about humor, creativity, and your use of time. 10 points for each of those. 10 points for creativity, 10 points for humor, and 10 points for use of time. Then there's the regular round. The regular round is exactly what it sounds like. The topic is spun, and you get to talk about it, the amount of time you have, and your score is based off of what you said, in your opinion, the honoring the original topic, meaning you don't talk crap about it. That's pretty much what that means. Don't sit there and spend 20 minutes or 10, a minute talking about how crappy the topic is and how much it sucks and how much you don't want to talk about it. Just understand somebody gave that topic and they took their time to come up with it. So please just honor it and talk about it. You don't have to agree with it by no means, but just talk about it. And then use of time again. So they get 10 points for each one of those. The last round is the rebuttal or agreeance round. The rebuttal and agreeance round is the same as the regular round, except for after time, everybody gets to speak. If anybody wants to rebut or agree with what the person said, you can. Based off of what you said, the judge can give you 10 points for that round if they want to. That's up to them. And at any point we decide, mostly me, to take points away, I can. Is there any questions? If not, great, we're going to go, because I know that really just understanding these rules like myself, I don't understand them. I just made them up. People wanted rules, people wanted winners, and that's what we get now, somehow.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, it happens.
Same.
It happens.
I'm not creative or funny, so I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, you're going to have to try, because now I have to wait for Vile to come back in. But as soon as he does, we will start. Actually, let's do this. Is it time? It is time. Let's get ready.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Ah, yes, it is time to rumble. I'm going to share the screen here and give us the first glimpse of the wheel. This wheel is the wild card wheel to determine how we throw crap at things that cause more problems. That's basically what it's for. Whoa. Can you guys hear that?
No.
Very faintly.
Yeah, okay. That seems really loud. Was it loud to you guys?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good. That's all I care about. All right, add the 5-minute time. So we're going to add 5 minutes to the wheel of time. That means everybody gets to keep their mulligan. That's the one everybody hates, is when it takes the mulligan away.
Yep.
All right. So here's the wheel of names. It's going to determine who goes first.
Oh, of course. I feel like this is rigged already.
Everybody says that. It's wheels. I don't know how it's rigged. I don't rig it. So here's the deal. Moira, you're going to speak first in the first round, and then it'll go Geiskar and Danny, and then Vile. The next round will spin again, and that determines who goes first the next time. So you're first in first round. Let's see here. So we got that down. Now we get to see which round we're playing with first. How about that?
I don't know what that is. Oh boy.
You know, tonight should have been the Rumbles Halloween edition, but I didn't do it. Oh well, that's right. So the ridiculous round is first. That means whatever the topic is, you got to talk complete nonsense on it, pretty much, and make it funny, which I'm sure you can. The first round is, are there double standards when it comes to critiquing superhero films based on comic book accuracy? That is the first question in this ridiculous round.
How did I even get signed up for this? I don't know comic books.
You don't have to. This is a ridiculous round, so you just have to name out comic book people and stuff like that. I am paying attention to all you guys. No, you guys can't hear the wheel sound. Can you guys hear the wheel sound?
No.
No, you guys can't. So that means, oh my God, people, this is crazy. So somebody messed with my time. No. Oh, I bet you I know where it's at. No, that shouldn't be it. Weird. Why is it? Hold on, let me see here. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear it.
Do you? Do you guys hear it?
Yes.
Okay, cool, good. All right. I just want to make sure because I somehow switched to a different thing again. Did you guys hear that, guys?
We heard it.
Well, I heard the music can do when it's fun.
Cool. All right, good. All right, 2 minutes is how long you have to talk about it. We're going to bring up the timer. 2-minute timer is right there. All right. So, again, ridiculous round. Be stupid. Be crazy about it. And 2 minutes starts. Moira, you have to talk for the full 2 minutes. Make sure you do that. Time starts now.
Well, okay, I'll do my best. So, double standards in comic books versus movies, you mean?
Well, yeah, when it comes to comic movies, the double standards on it.
Well, I don't know if it's a double standard necessarily, but there does seem to be contradictions in some things. Like Captain Marvel used to be Miss Marvel. And as far as I know, she wasn't a fucking dumbass back then, from my understanding, but somehow they felt like they had to do it now. So that's a contradiction to the original character, I think, just for the sake of making some, fifth wave? Is that where we're at now? Fifth wave feminists happy? I don't know. Let's see, contradictions. Oh man, this might be a touchy subject. I'm afraid it's going to make some people mad. There are some people who get upset at characters' ethnicities in the movies, but they don't seem to realize that they're okay with some and not with others. Like Jason Momoa looks fucking fantastic as Aquaman, in my opinion. But the original Aquaman in the comic books was like this blonde-haired guy running around and didn't look anything like Jason Momoa. But everybody seems okay with that. So people seem to be okay with changing the way the character looks when it suits them, but not okay with it if it's not what they want. Darn it, I'm trying really hard. I'm running out of stuff for comics. But yeah, I do think there is some contradictions and double standards in there. And it does seem to lean toward women a little bit. I do notice that. But in fairness, some of the female actors they pick are not very good in the first place, which probably causes a lot of the problem. Because if you don't like the actor, you're probably not going to enjoy the character or the movie as much. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's the best I could do for a topic I'm not familiar with at all. I'm so sorry.
You're supposed to just be crazy about it. You didn't have to even talk about that too much, but okay. So you're done?
Yeah, sorry.
Time's up. Okay. All right, judges, put it in the chat, in the private chat back there, 1 through 30. Remember, 1 through 30, and I will bring it up right now. Here is this.
This could be so bad, but I understand because I didn't.
Don't worry about it.
So ill
Don't worry
prepared.
about it.
I'm just glad it didn't make me do the 5 minutes on that. Oh my god, I would have just cried and ran to the other room. I just don't know enough about it. It was only like 3 days ago I found out that Captain Marvel was Miss Marvel originally. Like literally 4 days ago I found this out. So.
All right, so we hear 18 plus 18 plus 12. You have 48 points.
Out of what?
Out of 60 or no, okay. 90. 90.
Because if it was out of 100, that would have been really bad. So I was curious.
No. Okay. All right. Geiskar, you are up. Let's see here. We're going to minimize that. 2 minutes on the board. Okay. Remember, mulligans, guys. If you want to add time to it, you can, and you can get double points. Now, are you ready?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Well, I think the best superhero the United States has gotten lately, I would say, would be Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump's been tearing it up in that DCU there with next to Jason Momoa, and and especially when he goes to China and stuff like that. It's all great. They all love a piece of Momoa. It's kind of like sushi. It's great, and it's awesome. So so now that Cavill's back, everybody's like up in a hoo-ha and stuff like that because he's gonna tear it up in the MCU because the MCU is so great. And just as great as the comb over, that Orange Man has, but I think it's a superpower. To be honest with you, man, that thing has a mind of its own. I think that's what rules the country, and his checkbooks. But hey, that's just me. I'm Canadian. What do I know about maple syrup and igloos and flying snowballs and stuff like that, which is my superpower. But yeah, that's great because we just got running water up here. Dig a big freaking hole like 6 feet down just to get water in my town. But hey, we got that freaking first gay superhero. So yeah, that's showing you for inclusivity in Marvel and DCU. What does DCU have for ethnicity and inclusivity in the LGBTQIWXYZTUBV plus? What is it now? And numbers? When are they going to start adding numbers to that? Because that shit would be fucking cool. To the power of 3. Imagine that. That would be freaking awesome. So yeah, man. Put that and stick that with some KY. That's all I got.
KY. KY. Wow.
That's cute.
It is.
You would take that comb over and just shove it where the sun doesn't shine with some KY?
Hey, man, he can do whatever he wants with more.
24 plus. As a fellow Canadian, I feel you, man. I like trees for maple syrup. God. And 20. Okay, your total is 69. Oh, hey, that can't be that bad, can it? Yeah, that's right. All right, let's get it in there. I don't know where Vile went. I'm looking for Vile again. Anyways, if he can't make it, we've done it with 3 before, so let's call him menage a trois, but that's besides the point. Let's see here. And Danny, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 2 minutes, and your time starts now.
All right, judges, I want you to imagine this. This is a reimagining what I'm going to talk about. What if Captain Kirk was able to go to Themyscira and do his Will Shatner, I just want to get some of the Super Wonder Woman Poo-Tang. That would be awesome, man. I would pay to see that. I'm telling you, I would pay to see Captain Kirk. Spock, we've got to go to warp speed to Themyscira and get some of that magical Wonder Woman Poo-Tang. That would be awesome to me. I would definitely pay to see it. And what if Wolverine and Deadpool are gay when they come back? That'd be awesome because he could use his claws and then chop off Deadpool. And there'd be some kind of masochist and all that S&M shit, whatever the hell you call it, what superhero shit. But he would grow right back because both of them could regenerate. So that's some kinky sex. Just let your mind percolate on that. And what would be awesome the most powerful menage a trois
Oh.
known to man, Shazam, Black Adam, and Superman. Could you imagine the thrusting and the sonic boom? I mean, the sonic boom for real, man. That would be some sonic booming, boy. Could you just imagine that? And the last thing, I'm going to take House of the Dragon theme and apply it to Black Panther. What if Black Panther and Killmonger do some of that stuff over there where all the mystical Black Panthers die and go to and whatever, and they got some kind of menage a trois, or some kind of orgy going over there with all the Black Panthers from the past. That's inclusive, man. That's inclusive. You talk about woke. That's woke right there, boy. WOKE, capital WOKE. So I'm just saying, I would pay to see any one of these 4 movies I just told you, man.
You're fucking killing me, man. I had to mute myself.
That would be so woke you'd never sleep again.
Oh, Daddy watching porn or something? Shit.
Jesus. 28. I'm here for the Shatner impersonation and the Wonder Woman poontang. Bend her over and sonic boom that ass. 30 points. Beautiful. And that was Yubna. So then 24. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's 82 points. And Danny has come to play. Let's see here. 82. Vile. Understand, it's the ridiculous round. That means the topic that we are talking about, you must talk completely absurdly about. Understand?
Yeah, and I want to apologize. I just was having some major internet issues. I switched over to my tablet because, yeah.
You're good. Okay, so here's the question that you must talk completely ridiculously about. Are there double standards when it comes to critiquing superhero films based on comic book accuracy? Right there. See, are there double standards when it comes to critiquing superhero films based on comic? Okay. Anyways, all right. So you have 2 minutes to speak. You have a mulligan. That mulligan, you can add time to that or take time away from the 2 minutes. If you add time, you get double the points. You can save it or you can use it now. Which would you like to do?
I'll hold off for now.
Okay, 2 minutes is how long you got to talk. Ridiculous about the topic we talked about. And your time starts now.
Personally, I think that comic book movies are doing pretty well right now, and I think they've always have been. I mean, we all know that comic book accuracy is very important. That's why the Adam West cartoon did so poorly. And things like Howard the Duck, I mean, come on. You got to admit that was very comic book accurate, including the duck boobs. And what else? Oh, the Fantastic Four movies. I mean, everybody loved those because of how comic book accurate those were. And I don't know. Trying to think of what other great comic book movies there were. Sorry?
This is a ridiculous round. You don't even have to fully stay on topic. Just be stupid about it.
Well, I could just talk about one of my favorite comic book movies. It was Spider Babe. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's a very indie film based on the Spider-Man comic. But instead it has a gender bent where basically you have a hot female playing Spider-Man and who goes by the epitome of Spider Babe, which was, of course, very comic book accurate. And she gets naked a lot, so it's really a great movie. And I'm sure everybody on the channel or the panel would agree that the more boobs there are in a comic book movie, the better it is. I'm trying to think of anything else to say, but I can't do it right now. Can I bank my time?
You should have been here for Danny's. Danny's was really
barred.
Yes, it was. Go back and watch the replay, man. It'd be well worth the watch. Trust us.
Of course, now anything else? Bad because you mentioned Spider Babe, and all I can picture is a character shooting web out of her nips.
Oh, she doesn't shoot it out of there.
Oh wow. Okay. Good thing time's up. Let's see here, judges. I'm still stuck on the 50 Shades of Superheroes bonus points for boobs. 25 plus 5 equals 30. So you got 12 plus 12 plus 30 equals 54. 54 points is what you got this round. This goes up here, and that is the points after round 1. Everybody still got their mulligans, and we're going to move on to the next round. And we go here. We're going to go to the round rumble. Actually, no, we're going to go first to see who goes first this round. Geiskar. So we're just going down the line. So again, it starts with Geiskar, goes to Danny, goes to Vile, then Moira. You will be last in this round. Let's see here. The round rumble wheel. We're going to see which is it, the rebuttal or the regular round. It is going to be the rebuttal round.
Okay, what happens now? The rebuttal round?
All right. So, the idea behind this round is everybody gets to speak on the topic. If anybody wants to say something after somebody says something, they can. It's called the rebuttal. Or if you agree with them, you can talk about that. It's up to you on if you want to. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. But if you do it, the judges will give you a point, or will give you points 1 through 10 based off of what you said, okay? Everybody else, you get 1 through 30 when you're talking. So you're first, Geiskar. You'll be judged on the 1 to 30 scale. Wheel of topics. Okay. Let's see. Do you think that Black Adam will be the catalyst for a major turnaround in the DC EU? Do you think that Black Adam will be the catalyst for a major turnaround in the DC EU? That is the question. Let's see how long you're going to have. Two minutes again is the time.
Ooh, I like these 2 minutes.
All right, so we're going to go back up. We have the 2-minute timer. And do you want to use that mulligan?
No, I'm good.
Okay, 2 minutes is the time. Your time starts now.
So there was a big hype with this whole Dwayne Johnson verse now that's happening. That's what I believe it's going to be started to be called because, yes, it's kind of a catalyst what has occurred because the hype and the power that Dwayne Johnson has and the ability to bring Henry Cavill back when the old leaders of the DC EU were saying, no way, he's not coming back. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has done this. It's going to pave the way for new stories with what fans want. And they wanted Henry Cavill back, so they got Henry Cavill back. Now, are they going to respect the Snyderverse? I think they are because, we all got to see those posters in that shot, and it was the original characters from those stories. So I believe so. They're going to respect what was done, and they're going to go a different direction, in the direction of, James Gunn and his new DC studios. So I believe all this started a ripple effect with the power of Dwayne Johnson's persuasion. You got to admit, he backs, this guy's an investor. He makes money. He doesn't back out of these plans. So he's putting his money in his mouth where, where the people want it. He is the people's champion for a reason. He's always said that. And I believe he is going to do good things with James Gunn. And I forgot the other dude's name. Anyways, it's slipped my mind. But anyways, there's two guys, James Gunn and this other person that, they have a good, background on movies and success. So it's all part of this huge movement that's gonna, I think, might actually give the MCU finally some run for their money because they're going to be taking their time and planning out this next phase 1 because it started phase 1. So phase 1 of DC Studios.
Okay. Nice. Ooh, breaking news. Vision is getting an MCU show called Vision Quest. They had that a while back, I thought. They talked about that a while back, Shifty. Anyways, judges, 1 through 30, please. And Les, really quick, does anybody have anything to rebut or agree to on what Geisgar said.
I'll go ahead and rebut just for some extra points, even if I only get one.
Very good. Go ahead.
Basically,
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I gotta go back to the 30 seconds. Let me get all the scores too, really quick. It says the question should have been, do you think Black Adam will be hung like a moose? Oh wow, no. God, no, please, no. Okay. All right, I have the score to 30 seconds is how long you have to talk about it. Vile, rebut away, go.
basically, no, I don't think it's going to do it based on the back of The Rock, because as much as I like The Rock as an actor, he's one guy. Even if he has plenty of money to roll around, Warner Brothers is not short of cash. So basically, trying to market the entire new phase of this universe on one character who's a minor character in another franchise of Shazam is not going to redo on the entirety of DC.
Okay. Very good. Guys, 7. Let me get in here, right here. All right, Geisgar, you got, wow, 86 points is what you got. Very good. So you're at 155 now. And I see 7, 7, and 5, so we will add that together. 7 plus 7 is 14. That makes 19, I believe. Right? Is that right? Yes, 19. Very good. All right, 19 points to your total. Got it. There you go. All right, so 2 minutes is on the board. And Danny, you are up. Would you like to add time to the 2 minutes?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough. And your 2 minutes starts now.
I definitely think that Black Adam is going to be the kickstart for this to put in the right direction, because they went back to the old roots. And I did a recent video and that says the acronym I use is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. A lot of times whenever you do try to do stuff, and I'm going to relate this to cooking shows. I watch a lot of cooking shows. The judges always say when you take an ingredient, try to do 3 or 4 or 5 things to it, sometimes that takes away from the simplicity of the main ingredient. The main ingredient is that the fans want good action. And The Rock said in a recent video that he wants to give the fans what he wants. Rotten Tomatoes reflects just what he said, because the critics who get paid to do a certain job, they're ranked it very low in the 40s last time I looked. The fans who we are, the normies, and some of the fans that are superhero movie enthusiasts, rated very high because it was action. It was a simple plot. It wasn't nothing diverse like Endgame and MCU and DCU should try to separate themselves from trying to be so. The word I'm gonna use, I learned at home here on formulaic. They don't need to worry about that. They need to do good action movies that the fans are going to want to see. 15 years, The Rock has been working on this character. He said he's been doing this for 15 years. He's done the research. He dedicated himself to when they actually put on the first bodysuit that had the muscles already in there. It looked ridiculous. He said it. He took that out. So he rededicated himself, went to the gym, and he is now 270 pounds of muscle. When you see this, if you haven't seen the movie, that ain't no padding in there. That's all The Rock. So he's dedicated in that same way that old boy was with Batman. I can't think of his name. He had to lose so much weight to become Batman. The Rock says he wants to be an advisor. I think that he listed The Rock because he knows what he's doing in this particular case. He got back Henry Cavill. Everybody wanted to get back. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man are the 3 most popular superheroes globally, and he was able to bring back Superman when nobody else could. So I definitely think he's kickstarting it.
All right, very good, very good. If they know it's you, they'll know it. Just say nice things about She-Hulk. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. He forgot Ben Affleck's name, so 29 points. What the hell? Wow.
It wasn't Ben Affleck. It was the other Batman. I'll never forget Ben Affleck. He's the best.
You're talking about the Pattinson.
Christian Bale.
Pattinson.
Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale. Oh, okay. Very good. All right. Anybody want to rebut or agree with him? Anybody? Anyone? No? Okay, fair enough. You got 85 that round. Add that to your 82. And I think that gives you 167. Okay. Vile. Got 2 minutes to talk about. Do you think that this will, that he will revive the DCEU or be a catalyst to revive the DCEU? Vile, your 2 minutes starts now.
Basically, I'm going to say no, because the DCEU from this point forward is still going to be hampered by the same issues that has hampered DC properties since for the last 20 something years. They have multiple universes going on right now. They have the DCEU, the DCAU, the DC animated movie universe. They have the DC Tomorrowverse. They've got the CW verse, whatever that's called now. And each time one of them wants to use a certain character, they don't allow that character to be used primarily in other franchises or other universes or cinematic movies, TV shows, whatever. It's made it very, except for the Batman, of course, and Superman, but that's because they're the two flagship guys. But even like when Wonder Woman was being produced, Wonder Woman 84, they wouldn't allow Wonder Woman to appear in some of the movies, even though it made sense for her to appear. When they're popular in another franchise, one of the other universes, then they're not going to allow that storyline or whatnot to be used with in other things. Like when Batman was coming out, they wouldn't allow the animated movies to use the Riddler. They're hampering themselves by not allowing their best characters to be used all the way around. And when one gets popular in one, they're like, okay, we got to go move this character over there. And now we have stuff like Cyborg being part of the Justice League originally when he wasn't in the comic books or in the movies. Because he's like, oh, he's popular in this Teen Titans Go show. Let's go ahead and make him popular in the other thing. It's just Warner Brothers tries to juggle too many things. They don't allow all their balls to be used at the same time, which is really a clumsy metaphor. And yeah, I just don't see it being the spark that does anything. It's going to be just one good one out of a whole mess of bad ones. If I, I'd love to be wrong in this regard, but I don't think it's going to be the grand spectacle that turns around the entire universe, because again, Warner Brothers is going to hamper them.
Okay, very good. Anybody want to give a rebuttal on that?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Danny.
Okay, so Danny and then Geiscar, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I need one more score from the judges, please, 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 please. Let's see here. Okay, so 24. Let's see here. 24 plus 27 and 29. Okay, I have your score. 30 seconds, Danny. You get to rebut. Your time starts now.
I think the question was it going to be a spark or a catalyst, and that's a small thing. It's not a firestorm or a hailstorm. It's a small thing, a small push in the right direction. For so many of the live actions, we've only seen movies that disappoint us. There's only one movie that made $1 billion. Well, if you count the Joker, 2 movies that made $1 billion. But this one more, I think he kind of stumbled on that. But they got Superman back. Superman is the flagship of WB, and The Rock was able to get him back. That alone gives me hope that they're going in the right direction.
Okay. All right. 10, 9. That's 29. Let's do this really quick before I let you talk. Geiscar, 80 points for Vile, plus the 73 you got before is 153. And you have 167. You got 29 right there. Plus 167 is 196. We'll change that to you. And Geiscar. Yes, that's right. Geiscar, you get your 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
The catalyst already started because they just they just restructured the DCEU. It's now DC Studios with James Gunn. So it's already happening. So to say that it's not going to happen, it's actually happening. And we're witnessing it right now with what they just did and announced this week with James Gunn being appointed for a 4-year contract for these future projects. So he's going to get a lot of leeway to do what he wants. You muted, Chris.
I see 8, 8, and in James Gunn we trust. That means 10. And that gives you 181. Let's get that back up. And stick around, are you? All right, Moira. You get your 2 minutes time. Talk about, do you think Black Adam will be a catalyst to revive the DCEU? 2 minutes. Time starts now.
Well, it is possible. The cinematography looks good. The script looks like it could work. I haven't seen the movie, but the trailers actually look kind of enticing. I'm not sure I'm feeling as excited about this movie as like I have about other DC movies, but it's possible because a lot of people like me, for instance, who aren't really familiar with the comic books, are kind of new to these characters. So it's going to take a while for us to kind of grow a bond with them, so to speak. But I think they did a good job picking The Rock to be the Black Adam, because he's well liked. He can be a rough guy or a funny guy. Like in The Rundown, he was a little of both, and so he really does well with the audiences, I think. And like the way the superhero movies lately have been going in general, the way they've been putting the movies together, I certainly don't think this will make it any worse. I think there was an article in Time magazine talking about that Black Adam could actually change the hierarchy of the game a little bit. And so that sounds like a fairly positive review. And probably like sometime tonight, if I can, I'll actually try to watch the movie, because I've meant to the last few days and kept forgetting. But yeah, I think there's a good chance that even if it's not great, it'll still be good because the actors in there are good. It's even got Pierce Brosnan. For the older generation, remembering all the stuff he's been in, they'll be like, oh, that's awesome, you know? And I think that movie in general has a decent chance if people kind of go in with, you know, not being cynical about it, going in and giving it a decent chance. I think it could do good. It's the best I could do. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's good. All right. Let me go back to the private chat real quick here. Wait for time to run out. Okay. Guys, anybody want to rebut what she said?
I'll agree with what she said.
Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds here as soon as I get her scores up. Let's see here. We got 28, 29, 28 plus 29 plus 25. Okay, I have her score, and I will go back and give you 30 seconds to agree with what she has to say. Your time starts now.
Exactly what she said. Like, for people that are not known, don't know that these major characters like in Black Adam or you know, the Justice Society and stuff like that, the story is so simple and the characters are so well presented that you grow attached to them. And I'm speaking for myself, that was never a huge DC fan. It was really enjoyable, the movie Mario, so definitely catch it. I think you're gonna like it.
Awesome. Okay, so 7. All right, so first off, Wiley giving me your points. I'm going to go, you got 48 the first round. You had 82 this round. And I have also been asked by one of the judges to give you 10 points since you did not rebut at all, and I will allow that, so that brings you up to 140. And I see 7. I see 8. I see 4 plus 181 is very close. All right. You will not see the points for the rest of the game because we are on to round number 3. Round number 3 is going to be the regular round, so we're not going to worry about the round rumble wheel. We will spin to see who goes first. Vile Mike goes first this round. So that means it goes Vile, Moira, Geiscar, then Danny. Remember, judges, over to Twitter. You're going to type into the Twitter chat on this one because we can't tell them what their scores are going to be. Here is what the topic is going to be.
Uh-oh. Jump the shark. What's that even mean?
Okay, so I will have the person who made this question give their explanation of what they're looking for in the question. That person is the person speaking first. That is Vile Mike. Would you please care to explain exactly what you're looking for and what your question is concerning?
Well, the trope of jumping the shark is the point in a show or a franchise where it immediately goes downhill, both in quality of storytelling and in quality of episodes.
Okay. So are we talking about the movies or the TV show?
Whatever.
Anything
whatever
that you want, anything.
Okay, because I've
When
watched
you
the
think-
movies more than I have the show. Okay.
That's perfectly fine. Okay, so we're to see how long you guys are going to talk. And this has been the 2-minute rumble. I like this. This is nice. No, I don't mind the 2 minutes either. Now, remember, you all have your mulligan left. If you raise it by 1 minute and talk for 3 minutes, you can get double the points. That's all I'm going to say about it. So, Vile, do you want to raise the points?
Well,
Or do
might
you-
as well.
Okay. So
Last
how
gap.
long do you want to speak for? How long do you want to speak for?
3
minutes?
We'll just go an extra minute.
Okay, 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes is the time. You know what the question is. Time starts now.
Basically, as a franchise, Star Trek has jumped the shark many times because, well, let's face it, there's several times where it's gotten really good and there's times it's gotten really bad. But alternatively, the trope that is the opposite of jumping the shark is actually one that Star Trek coined, which is growing the beard. So basically, it has jumped the shark, then it grew the beard, then it jumped the shark, then it grew the beard. And by points, what I'm talking about is when Star Trek created the first animated show, Star Trek the Animated Show, back in the 1970s, that was the first time it really jumped the shark because it went from a show that everyone could watch to something that was specifically aimed towards Saturday morning cartoons and kids. The storytelling got really bad, and let's face it, it kind of killed Star Trek for almost 2 decades, at least when it comes to the TV shows. The next movie didn't even come out till almost a decade later. Second time, if you want to talk about jumping the shark, it was definitely putting Shatner in charge and letting him make his own movie, which was The Final Frontier, which was just ridiculousness all the way around. And it nearly killed the film franchise entirely. You could even argue today with the fact that Discovery, when it changed the dynamic of how the shows are made, instead of focusing on an ensemble, on focusing on a single character, it kind of jumped the shark there because a lot of people didn't like what was going on, and it virtually killed the franchise in a lot of people's minds. Then, of course, it grows the beard again, and at least in other people's minds, like myself, with Lower Decks and Prodigy. But again, those still suffer from the same problem that the original animated series did. So you could even argue that they were jumping the shark because they, again, were aimed at the younger kids, at least when it comes to Prodigy, or going way out of bounds sometimes on Lower Decks with like full nudity and stuff like that. But the good thing about Star Trek is, as I said, it coined the term growing the beard. And if you don't know what that is, that's when Riker grew his beard, and that's when basically Next Generation got better. So, yes, Star Trek has jumped the shark many times, but we can always hope that it will grow the beard again, especially with Riker returning in Picard. We can always just say, hey, it's Trek's back. I'll go ahead and alleviate the rest of my time.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh.
It's not allowed, so keep talking. Oh, really? Is that how we're gonna do? Okay. All right. I got you here. Because
As I said, it's jumped the shark many times. I mean,
that's fine.
at
That's
least
fine.
in my
That's fine.
opinion, and that's a good thing
I got
about jumping the shark. It's an opinion thing.
Okay. All right. So I'm waiting for the points over there. And what I'm going to do in this case, because you didn't use all your time, is I'm going to deduct, since you're doubling your points, I'm going to deduct 10 points off of everybody's score. Now you can hate me. That's all right.
You said everybody score?
No, not yours. I'm talking about what the judges give me. I'm going to take 10
Oh.
points off, then I'll double
Okay.
his score. So he'll still get a double score.
That
You're
was like,
what?
hell, what?
I can. I mean, if that's what you want. Okay, everybody, 10
no,
points
no,
off.
no, no, no,
All right,
no.
that's great. We're going to take 10 points off of everybody's score. It is done. I'm kidding. I'm waiting for the points over in the Twitter chat, please. Twitter chat. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, man. Let's look at some things here. Shatner wasn't the reason STV faltered. They underbudgeted it and pushed Connery to Indy 3. The cartoon didn't hurt Trek. They were planning a 70s show but transitioned to a movie. Sometimes I long for the days when Jump the Shark was literally Fonzie jumping a shark on Happy Days. Then I sit down and the feeling goes away. Come on, guys. Judges, over in the Twitter chat, please put your scores in there. Oh, it hasn't shown up yet for me, so I don't know why. Hold on. I have no clue why. Wow. Hold on. Let me redo this. That's crazy. Twitter's doing its stupid shit now. There we go. All right, now I have it. So sorry, guys. So sorry that happened. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next person, who is Moira. Moira, would you like to add the 1 minute that I already have here and try for double points, or would you like to keep it at the 2 minute time originally there?
The 2 minutes gonna be bad enough.
2 minutes, bad enough. Time starts now.
Well, like I really can't say that as far as like the movies that it's gone downhill, because I actually like the more recent movies of Star Trek. I actually like, and I know this is gonna get me like negative points by the judges, but like I like them better than the originals. Like my dad liked them, but it never really grew on me. But this new generation of them, I do kind of like them. I like the costumes, I like the setup. The guy they had playing Spock was really good. I can't even pronounce his name, but yeah, he does really well. So I actually don't have any problem with it. Mike had mentioned Lower Decks. I've heard so much awful stuff about that. I didn't bother to watch it, so I can't even like use that. But I think that we're not used to the concept. On top of the script writing was probably bad. The concept of having Star Trek in a cartoon form, it's just entirely too fucking strange, even for me. And that's saying something. I think that was one that I think they were trying a little too hard to appeal to a younger generation. I think they just fell flat badly with it. So I guess like if you go with Star Trek in general, that's probably whoever decided to sit down at the table and thought that was a good idea is probably about where it went to crap. People hate Picard. I only saw the first season of it, and it was okay. Like it could have been better, but like I didn't hate it as bad as everyone else did. But I haven't necessarily liked it enough to really go back and see any more of it since. So I'm guessing they could have done better with that. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan in the world, and it's hard to keep up with where everything is at it where it's now. But the fact that I'm not seeing a lot of people putting up posters of it. I'm not seeing as many toys. I'm going to assume that they've gone downhill in a lot of people's minds because, I'm not seeing in the franchise, in the marketing.
Okay, very good. Judges in the chat, and I'll just refresh it if I don't see it soon. There we go. I see points. Yay. Yay, it's working. Yay. Let's see here. So we got 2 minutes there. I will talk to Geisker. You're next. Do you want to use your mulligan?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you got the 2-minute time then. That's what you're going to use. And all right, 2 minutes. And I'm waiting for the last score in the chat over here. Let me refresh just to make sure I didn't miss it. But I got all three. All right, 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
Well, it started going downhill from when they changed from no man has gone before to no one has gone before. Well, they started getting all more political and stuff like that in the new series and things like that. It's always been political, but when they tried doing casting just to check off boxes like in any other IP, it tends to hurt. So what do they have to do to make things good again? They have to call back all the old actors back onto the show, like they're doing on Picard with Worf coming back, because they're hoping by bringing these people back, people are gonna like the true Trekkies that love Next Generation will come back and actually watch these shows. So, yeah, man, you know what? They've dropped the ball, or the shark, or the tarantula, or the freaking piranha, whatever you want to call it, many times. And the loyal fans, true fans, are still going to watch whatever they show, but they're going to probably check out after the whole through 3 episode rule, right? And after the third, you're not invested after 3 episodes, they're going to drop it. And that's what happened to Picard. That's what happened to Discovery, because it's just not Trek. It doesn't feel like Trek. And this is my opinion. You can crucify me if you want. It just doesn't feel like it, And now they're even bringing back the Enterprise apparently in Picard the next season, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I read. There's a new Enterprise coming, so they have to bring back the old stuff in order for everybody to come back and watch it. And that for me is, drowning. But you have that life jacket. We just, when you're scuba diving, you just inflate your jacket and it helps you up. And that's what they're hoping bringing back all these Next Generation characters will do.
Very good. All right. Judges in the chat. Okay, got the first one. Very good, very good, very good. All right. And Danny, you want to use that mulligan? Nope, Danny, you're muted.
Yes, I want to use it. Give me 2 extra minutes.
2 extra minutes. 4 minutes total. Wow, he's going for the gusto.
I am Danny.
All right, your 4 minutes is going to start now.
These terminologies, jump the shark and grew the beard, I never heard it, but since Val Mike has explained it to me, I'm going to try and envision it the way I want to see it in my mind. And I'm mainly going to start with the TV shows. To me, the godfather of them is Star Trek, the original one with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, Bones. That synergy that those three had, I have talked about it many, many times with my kids. My dad got me into this show, and I was hooked from the start. I think Gene Roddenberry was a genius because he always put like a little trio together. For the original, it was it was like I said, Shatner, Nimoy, and Kelly DeFrost. Then for Generation, it was Picard. It's kind of interchangeable. It was mainly number one, Picard, and it kind of interchanged sometimes. Some seasons with Worf, some seasons with Data, some seasons with Geordi. So they were kind of a little interchangeable. But on Deep Space Nine, which was my favorite, no, not Deep Space Nine, but Voyager, it was Captain Janeway. It was the Indian, what's the Indian guy name? I can't think his name. And the Vulcan. They three, to me, they had that synergy. They're the one that captured the most. It was Chakotay, Janeway, and I cannot think of the Vulcan's name, but they captured close to Shatner, Nimoy, and DeFrost as anyone else I saw. Now, where this thing, I guess, jumped the shark is when it went to the movies. Anything after Wrath of Khan, to me, totally just was very, very bland. There was some I liked. Search for Spock was okay, but to me, they kind of peaked at the Wrath of Khan. After that, then they really jumped the ship. Now, in the shows, to me, they stayed pretty consistent. Star Trek was good. The Next Generation was definitely good. Deep Space Nine. Now I didn't get into Enterprise until about 6 months ago, and I was like, let me give this a try because I never watched because if you look at that, the intro is nothing like any other Star Wars. I don't know who was the composer for the Enterprise song, but it's nothing like the rest of the Star Treks. I mean, it don't say anything to have any kind of voice. It don't use the standard space, the Final Frontier. These are the Voyage of the Starship Enterprise, or Voyage or whatever. It has nothing like that, and it was the first original Enterprise, but it has some kind of Norman Rockwell style song. I guess you want to categorize it. But the new Star Trek starring Chris Pine as as Kirk and Zachary Quinto, I think his name is Spock, and Carl Urban as Bones. They're trying to get that magic and that synergy that they once had, but they haven't grown the beard. I guess that kind of jumped short, like I'm saying. And then people really got pissed off. The fans got pissed off, and they kind of reinvented the Wrath of Khan in their version of it, where if you watch the Wrath of Khan, Spock sacrificed himself for the ship. And in his more recent one reboot, it was Kirk that sacrificed himself for the ship, basically the exact same way. It wasn't original at all. So they really jumped the shark on that. And to go back, I disagree with Maura and Val Mack about the cartoons. I was a kid during that time, and the cartoons, I didn't see anything wrong with the story. It was voiced by the same original actors from the original Star Trek. Kirk was on there, Leonard Nimoy, Kelly DeFrost. It was good. And one big thing that broke the mold with the original Star Trek was there was diversity. Sulu was Oriental descent back then, but now he's Asian, would be the politically correct thing now. And then Uhura was black woman. And there was this big episode where Uhura kissed Kirk, and it was made all kind of crazy, rough for the water. So I think that the TV shows stayed growing the beard, but the movies really jumped the shark.
Wow, that it was a very good 4 minutes right there. 4 minutes, beautiful. All right, we're gonna take this down. We're gonna let the judges get that, and let's see here. We're gonna do. And then we do this, and you get that. Then we add it to your score, and that is that, and that comes out to that, and wow. Danny's showing up again. Let's just put that out here really quick, and we are going to present this right there. Boom. 302 for Danny, 215 for Moira, Geiskar 270, and Vile 204. Now, let me just tell you guys, if you didn't win tonight, I think you guys are on other nights. You got to feel for it. First time's always a little rough. I know. Trust me. Danny's done this, 3 times now? So Danny's kind of a pro at it, so that happens. But Danny, congratulations. You were this week's winner. You go on to the semifinals. I'll put you in there. We'll change the dates and all that on everything else. And congratulations to the rest of you. Very good. You did a great job. Moira, I will tell you something. I almost gave you some extra points there because on this round right here, one of the judges on here specifically said about you, for someone coming in with rose-tinted glasses, Miss Kitty is doing good. 30 points. That's what you got. So you did a very good job. So don't fret. And I will say that when I give you who is the judges, you will see Vile. You got some good points on the Star Trek stuff, because here is your judges. I got 3 judges. Mr. Hyde, hello, how you doing? CCTV, and Mr. X is actually.
Hello, world. It's Berto Prey 5.
Bird of Prey 5. Thank you very much, Bird. Thank you very much, CCTV and Mr. Hyde. Thank you, guys. These were your judges. I keep them in back. They change their names. You don't get to see who they are, and that keeps it as non whatever you want to call it as possible. I appreciate all you guys. So one more time, we're gonna have you guys go around, talk about your channels, what you're doing. Let's start down there with Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey, tell everybody what you do on your channel and what you got going on.
I do a lot of Star Trek reviews. We do live streams used to be almost every day. Now it's like every other day. Mondays and Fridays, I do Bed Life. That's a show from my hospital bed in my living room. We talk, we have fun. I read Dear Bops. Wednesdays, we do Star Trek Enterprise. We just started in season 1. We're going through an episode a week. And on Sundays, I do the Twilight Zone. We're up to the 1985 Twilight Zone series. That's every Sunday on my channel. So check us out, birdoprey5.com for all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. Thank you.
Yes, very much. Thank you for being here. Mr. Hyde, tell everybody about what you got going on.
I run a weekly Sunday show called the B Movie Cinema Show, and I host it with Horror Chick 65, where we watch old movies and we discuss them and have a lot of fun.
Very good. Mr. CCDV, tell us what you do and where you're at. You know, you do karaoke streams and all that. Tell them about that stuff.
Well, I don't host the karaoke streams anymore, but thank you. I do like to sing on them.
There you go.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear. But don't worry about that. No, November 11th is coming up. Everybody knows what that date is. Everybody knows what that date is. You're supposed to chime in. You're supposed to tell me what that date is.
Memorial Day.
November 11th.
Or Remembrance
Veterans
Day.
Day.
Right, Remembrance Day.
Depending on where you're at.
Remember where you're at day, yeah. Maybe I'll remember where I'm at that day. It is a Friday after all. Oh.
Just the day
Anyway,
after my
so
birthday.
trying to get special guests on that one. I always do the patriotic stuff, but yeah, this year I haven't really been doing a whole lot of original content other than the patriotic streams. I'm keeping up with that. So that's about it for me.
Okay. Very good. Let's go to Vile Mike. Vile Mike, tell everybody about what you do on your channel and all of that good stuff.
Well, lately I've just been doing the CNA streams on Sunday mornings. CNA is for caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol. We just chat about whatever, what we're watching, what we're not watching. Always delves into politics and religion for some reason.
Why not, right?
And yeah, that's about it.
All right, very good. Danny, talk about yourself again.
Basically, Monday through Wednesdays, me, Chris Anzo, Guy Scar. We have a show each night, those 3 nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, 8 on Wednesday nights. Before then, I'm on Guy Scar show, The Hangout. Currently, I do some roundtables, but now I will be doing a video on the Tale of the Jedi probably as soon as I get done here. And you can see it tomorrow morning around about 10:30 a.m. I appreciate the invite.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Let's talk to Geiscar. Geiscar, tell everybody what you're doing on your channel.
Yep. Modern Warfare 2 drops tomorrow. So I'm probably going to do some streaming on that, multiplayer, and probably Warzone when it comes out next month. But I have a show, like Danny said, that he's my co-host on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. called The Hangout. So, yeah, check it out. Check me out.
Awesome.
Check us out. Check everybody here out.
Very good, very good. And then last but not least, it's Moira. Moira, tell everybody about yourself.
Oh my God, everybody's is way more interesting than mine. But let's see. Well, like I said earlier, we kind of stream whenever. Usually it's me and Raquel, and kind of hang out, and oftentimes, chat about TV shows, talk about some current events. Sometimes if it starts getting into video games and anime, I just kind of let them sit back and let them talk about that because that's not really my thing. But yeah, we're just kind of, we don't really have a set schedule because I just don't have the discipline, quite frankly. But yeah, that's pretty much what we do over there.
Very good, very good. And I am Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000. Here is my channel. Of course, like Danny said, we have Chaos Central shows. We do roundtables. We do all sorts of stuff. I do gaming. I'm also over on Honstar's channel doing In That Tune. And sometimes Jackbox games, things like that. That's every Sunday. Lots of stuff going on everywhere, every time. And yeah, I'm crazy, just so you know. Yeah, I know. Anyways, no. Guys, thank you, everybody who was in the chat. Thank you, everybody who was here on the panel and the judges. I appreciate it. Everybody, You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. Everybody say goodbye.
Adios.
Bye.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and never forget to ring that bell. Follow Chris Knight and The Real Review 3000 on these platforms. For email and Patreon, see the description box below. To reach The Ego, use the Twitter handle @TheEgo5150. We would like to thank the generous members of The Real Review 3000. Those members are JJ, aka SithLord3827, Anzo of Bigger Ford Entertainment, Yvette, Sean Stackhouse, Captain Trek, Jesse Ritchie, and Abraham Morales. Thank you for your support and donations that help us at The Real Review 3000 bring you, the viewer, better content. For information on how to become a member, click the join button below.